welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another speed build. Welcome back to the welcome to the return of voiceover speed builds. I tried 2 weeks of not talking on speed builds, and I don't know, I did a poll afterwards, and I was like it's I don't know how people feel about it, basically. Anyways, I'll talk more about that later. Okay, now obviously I'm out of practice, but today we'll be working on a Christmas themed family home. I'm still on my Christmas kick. I don't think I'm gonna stop until Christmas is actually here. So if I'm not mistaken, there's gonna be at least one more Christmas build before it's no longer okay to put out Christmas builds. So I think the one on 27? Is 27 a Sunday? I think so. 27 would be probably like a something else. But I've been having fun with all these like different Christmas themed builds. You guys saw, if you guys haven't seen, you guys can check out the other 2 Christmas builds I've done on my channel. But I did do a winter cabin, and I also made a Christmas Christmas apartment. It wasn't really for a family, the mother and her kid. But yeah, so I decided to try something a little bit bigger, and I actually did this one on stream. So if you guys do watch my streams on Twitch, you might be able to recognize a part of this house. I did not manage to finish this build on stream, therefore I did complete like the last part of it. Well, most of the interiors actually, and the backyard on my own, just to make it in time for this speed build to go live. It's my first time recording a stream footage separately for a speed build, so hopefully it's not too confusing. It was quite hard to edit because it was my patterns when I'm building on and off screen is very different. So when I'm on screen, I'm very focused on just chatting with everybody and having the time, so I pause a lot and I go through a lot more experience a lot more indecision while building, depending on how difficult the build is. This one turned out to be a little bit difficult with deciding like the doors and the windows, especially the windows. I think I spent like about, I don't know, like a good 20 minutes just deciding on windows on this build. But as we've been talking, this build, the kind of like shell of this build has been kind of settled. It turned out to be kind of a Japanesey feeling, like a Japanesey inspired suburban home, but it's not exactly a Japanese home. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has like Japanese influences and it's still a suburban home. I kind of like that mismatch of vibes. And then with the addition of the Christmas decorations I'm gonna add in, and also like when I turned the game to winter time, it looks really good. So I actually really like how this house turned out. It's a little bit bigger. I'm building this in Willow Creek. It is a 40 by 40 lot, so there's actually a lot of space. The house itself is actually not that big. I built this for a couple of parents and also a teenage daughter. You could definitely use that room for something else. It's definitely enough for at least 2 kids, but it's a little bit of a narrower room. You'll see later. But basically, I built this with a 3 people family in mind. And yeah, there's I don't know, there's a lot of backyard space, which is quite cool. Oh, by the way, you're gonna probably hear a lot of talking outside my door. We just have to bear with it. My grandma's here, and my grandma has a really loud voice. They just got home. But yeah, so we decided to also do like a parking lot garage space here because there's so much room on this lot that I didn't know what to do. Like, the backyard is not gonna extend to the front yard, and there's way too much like front yard space. So I decided, well, together with the community, I guess, we decided to do a kind of like car garage area, but make it like gazebo like it's not a closed garage. I wanted to extend it from the house, but then I decided that I'd really like how the house was shaped on its own like that, so I didn't really want to do like an extension, although I think that would have been a really traditional and acceptable choice, so I didn't do that. But I kind of like how this like little car gazebo thingy turned out. It's definitely, if it's something from real life, I can imagine that being a little bit annoying, especially when there's bad weather. Like, I guess snow is fine, but when it rains, I don't think that would be a really nice experience to have to get off your car and then run to the entrance of your house. But that's how it turned out to be. But I think, like, well, aesthetic wise, functionality aside, like real life functionality, real world functionality aside, it's a really cool idea, and I think I might explore that kind of car garage situation arrangement more in the future. But yeah, so as you can see, this backyard is going to be really big. You'll see that I managed to fit in whatever a backyard really needs, like a humongous pool and multiple dining spaces, even a garden. I tiled the entire area up so that it looks more manicured, I guess. Yeah, and then decided at the afterwards to add this little attachment here, which is where the waste disposal is going to go to. Do you call it that? It's just basically where the bins are going to go to. Yes. And I actually spent a really long time deciding on how I'm going to curve, or not curve, like, yeah, do this slanty Control F thing to the towel to make it look more stylized. And here I'm drawing the pool. It also took me really long to figure out how to like fit the pool into this really odd shaped tiled area, and I knew I wanted some landscaping here and there, so I had to move back and forth with deciding how I want to arrange everything and make sure that everything looks kind of nice and stuff. So I really like what I did with these three are they called cypress trees? I think they're cypress trees. I liked what I did with that. It looks really it blends in the surroundings for one, and it also helps kind of demarcate the area, the backyard area, from the garage, and it gives a little bit more privacy somehow, even though they're just like three skinny trees standing there. It also punctuates the house, so it gives a really nice look as well, so I really like that. And yeah, oh my goodness, hold on, I have a notification that I forgot to turn off, but I'm not gonna stop this recording, I'm just gonna roll on. It is a Saturday. Oh my goodness, my mom is really loud too. Guys, it's just gonna be one of those, okay? Just as we build this, let's just imagine that I'm actually at home on a Saturday afternoon, and usually on Saturday afternoons my family is a little bit rowdier, and because I don't usually do voiceovers on a Saturday afternoon, this is what we're gonna have to deal with. It's actually not a bad sound, it's very domestic. I wouldn't say that it will be like domestic in the suburban American suburban home kind of sense. But yeah, that's my reality. So welcome to a little slice of my life, audio. Okay, I cannot. Oh my goodness, my English. Guys, I posted, I had a really busy week posting a lot of videos this week. So if you haven't managed to catch up, we actually have, I actually posted 2 extra videos, well, I think it's considered last week, I guess, but basically this past Thursday and Friday, I posted 2 bonus videos for my Bear Legacy challenge. It's actually a Let's Build video, so if you're more of like a build person, you might enjoy that one as well, because it's a Let's Build. So I just like I took like 2 half-an-hour videos to rebuild the Bear Legacy house with a budget, so that was fun. A little stressful, but also fun. I seldom build with a budget. As you can see, I build things like this. So I don't really think about budget, so I find myself like making stupid mistakes here and there when I build. So yeah, that was fun. If you want to watch it, I'll try to link it here if I can remember. I'll probably not remember though, honestly, so you'll probably see it if you click onto my channel. And also remember to subscribe, by the way, if you're not already. I work very hard on my videos. So yes, I've been on a video editing row for the whole week. Every single day I'm editing a video. Usually it doesn't happen that much. I'm usually busy with other things as well, like to do with my streams and other things. But wow, this week has been a little bit more of a wild ride, but I enjoy it thoroughly. Which yeah, I don't know if I can sustain this for like every single week. But at some point I do really want to expand into trying to post like at least 3 videos a week instead of just 2, because right now, if you don't know already, I do post Sundays and Tuesdays every week, but my intention was to somehow find a balance enough so that I can actually post on Thursdays as well, so there'll be 3 videos a week and you'll only have to wait about like maximum 2 days between each video. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's the long-term plan. I think I'm getting closer and closer to being able to you know, make that a reality every single week, and this week has been really helpful in giving me an insight on whether I can do it or not. I think I can. Yeah, but we'll see about that. Maybe by next year we'll do it. But by now you can see that the insides are kind of like laid out. I figured out the floor plan. I have the wallpaper decided more or less. I do change it here and there, but it's basically going to be this wallpaper thingy. It's always going to be with that wainscot. It's called a wainscoting? I don't know, like that wooden underneath. Is it called a wainscoting? I think I remember it being called wainscoting. I don't know, we don't have this kind of stuff here. But it's so cool. I don't know, I like it. Yeah, for especially like suburban family homes. If and to make it look warmer, I think wood is always great to make some place look warm and inviting and friendly. This kitchen that I'm working on right now turns out really amazing. I really like how it turns out. So let me just talk you through the process a little bit. I don't really know what to talk to. I don't really know how to talk you through the process. It's pretty quite wow. It's quite straightforward. It's a really big kitchen, so I managed to fit in like a bar and a counter, like an island counter. I do also have like extra like storage space on the other side of the wall that you will see me put together later. Very seldom that I do a kitchen this big, and I'm aware that this is pretty much considered a medium-sized kitchen, not a big one. So maybe at some point I might want to explore making like an even bigger kitchen, although I don't know. I mean, it's not. Bigger kitchens are just more fun, I guess. Kitchens are also really fun to clutter as well, so I had a lot of fun. There wasn't really much cluttering space here, I don't think. I've gone crazier with the cluttering of this space. But other than that, this kitchen is pretty fun to do. Yeah, it could be bigger, but it's already really big by my standards. And I managed to fit in these windows, curtains sized down on the windows. I think they make a really good window. No, curtains, not window. Oh my goodness. But I don't know. I feel like speed builds sometimes get really self-explanatory because I'm putting down a plant. I'm choosing a table. So what do I talk about? I think usually like when I listen to people doing speed build like voiceovers, we do tend to start talking about like our lives and things like that, and I think that's pretty cool too. So I'm working towards doing that as well. And then whenever there's like points about the build that I can point out, I'll also point out as well. But for now, everything's pretty self-explanatory. I went for a really well, I was on stream, right? I was streaming, so I really didn't think too much. Like when I'm streaming and I'm building, right, things actually come out looking a little bit more, well, less focused on like a certain style and more natural in the sense that I just want things to fall together. So I rely, because I'm not very good at multitasking. So when I have to talk and converse and build at the same time, I tend to rely on senses instead. So I prefer to put things together and pull things out, put things together and see if anything falls together. And if they do, then I'm keeping it. And yeah, so that's pretty much how I build. I build more with emotions, I guess. Does that make sense? I build more with emotions when I'm building on stream. So it gives like a little bit more of a different, I don't know. It doesn't really give a different vibe. It's still like a Chermibear build. But I think what my point is, I think less. So perhaps it actually turns out better sometimes, and also a little bit unexpected as well. So also, therefore, I don't know how my mind thinks, and I don't know most of the thought process that goes behind the build, other than, oh, this looks nice, oh, this looks like it fits and stuff. Oh, and this sitting area over here. Oh, there's no TV in this place, by the way. There's no TV in this home, but I think like, because I don't really watch TV myself, like TVs are not necessarily the most important things in my builds. I often leave out televisions in my builds. Sometimes I add them in if there's nothing else to put on the walls. But I prefer a computer to television, but I also realize that I often don't include computers in homes, or rather like sometimes I just add like one, whereas like in reality most people have their own computer set up at home, like everyone has one right now. So yeah, that's just something that I realized. But yeah, so basically this is a really nice sitting room, no TV, but a really nice sitting room, very clean, very fresh, but also very cozy. I do put down a couple of bookshelves here and there, not too much. I really wanted to fit this small little one in. It's really interesting and nice. I had it out since like I started putting down furniture into the build, but I couldn't make it work, so I gave up on it. I used the new Blooming Rooms kit side table, accent table with the plants, and I thought it looked really good. It's like a little bit of an unexpected touch, because in the house this traditional, it's not something that you would expect in this house, but it gives like that fresh vibe, and I really like that. Also, like when I was doing this this build, the requirement, well, because I do requests on stream for builds, so the request was to build whatever I want, but with like plants. So I focused on trying to put down plants into the build, but because of the theme of the build, right, I wasn't able to go like full like plant lovers suburban home with Christmas theme, because I don't know why, but I set up the house in a way where it wouldn't look that good if I just went full plant Blooming Rooms kit, you know what I mean? So I tried to put, there's definitely plants everywhere. There's also a gardening area, but it's not like Blooming Rooms kit inspired home kind of situation, which I think that was what the viewer would have wanted when when they were redeeming the build. But yeah, there are plants. That's all I want to say about the plants issue. I keep asking myself how I'm gonna be able to put in more plants into this build, and I think I could have gone crazier with the plants, but I do like how much I have done plants wise in this build, interior and exterior both. So yeah, I think I don't think I totally disregarded my viewers' request. I just didn't do as much as I imagined in my head initially when it was requested. Oh yes, I like to do this custom pet bait thing right now, where you use like the Jungle Adventure basket, you size it up with the tool mod, and you lift, if you use the 9 key 2 times to lift up the pet bed, it's still functional. I have found, I have learned. I actually watched tutorials from Simstopia to learn that, and I've been loving doing that because it just makes the pet bed situation look a lot more different than just like a little piece of cloth mattress thingy on the floor. So that's what I did. And then instead of a bookshelf at the entryway and the entrance of the door, I decided to go for like a custom furniture piece kind of situation, where it's like a clothes hanger situation, and I put down this thing. I used that Dream Home Decorator floating wardrobe shelf thing, and then I closed it off with the Snowy Escape wooden panel thingies. It's quite self-explanatory, I guess, but yes, I did use a couple of things from a couple of packs to get it to nail the look. Yes, oh my goodness, my brain. And then now I started to put down some wreaths and Christmas wreaths and stuff like that, some decorations, because like halfway through I remembered, oh right, this is a Christmas build, I need to start putting down more decorations. I think like the pattern for me and also the thought process behind my Christmas builds, right? Since I wasn't able to talk about it the last 2 times because I was, I used background music instead. But background music is pretty nice too. I really like the music that I did. That I curated for the builds. But that's beside the point. Basically, yeah. So I didn't get to explain like my thought process behind decorating houses for Christmas. But in my head, furnishing a house is like imagining how a family or like how the inhabitants would live in a space, and then that comes first in my head, and then subsequently after everything is over and done with, that's when I start thinking about putting up like Christmas decorations like the wreaths and the Christmas tree and stuff, because those are like seasonal decorations decorations that doesn't stay around for like the whole year, so they will usually feel more like they've been thrown together, or like they would usually not have like a they will usually feel like they've been tacked on to the house, like an addition. It's like a topping instead of like being assimilated into the house. So that was what I was trying to emulate every single time, because I feel like that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Because it's like, why would you plan your Christmas decoration into your house? Because you only probably get your house decorated in real life for like maximum 3 months. Well, if you're Filipino, I learned that Christmas starts in September. So that means it's like is it 5 months? Yeah, a 5-month Christmas. Then I guess that's when you can start planning your Christmas into your actual home design. Aeoxius, if you're listening to this, I know you're laughing. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Therefore that's how I did it. I liked what I did though in the end. Like there's a lot of wreaths around. I managed to put down the Christmas tree in the entryway. It turned out to be big. It turned out to be a big enough space for a Christmas tree, and it still didn't block any routing. It still didn't cause any routing issues. So Sims could still get through into the house and all that. So I think we're safe in that aspect. I did slightly playtest this because most of the things in this build is pretty accessible, like by experience I could tell. There's 2 different styles of bathrooms. There's actually 4 full bathrooms in this home, 2 on the bottom floor and 2 above. So this one is the style for the bottom floor ones, and then the ones for the teenager's bedroom and the master bedroom is going to be another style, which I will show in a little bit. But yeah, I just showed one for each to save some time, because as you can see, this video is pretty long, but it's also because like this build is pretty big. Being a 40 by 40, lots of details and all that. I probably could have cut down a little bit more, but I don't know, I feel like I've cut down a lot. But let me know if you guys feel like I should cut down some more and what I could cut down. Just talk to me in the comment section down below. It is always welcome. I would love to talk to you guys more. If you guys always come back to watch my videos, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I love seeing the numbers go up. I don't get that many people watching my videos. So if you're listening right now and you're hearing me say this, do try to, if you want to, leave a comment down below so that I can, I know that I'm not alone and I'm not speaking into thin air. Thin air. Oh my goodness. My tongue. Oh, look at that. Speech is impaired. I need to stop complaining about working too much, because it's my own prerogative. Like I wanted to do this. I wanted to create so many videos, so it's not on you, but you have to suffer my speech impairment from being too tired. So I thought I should explain. Oh yes, and I changed this landing to a brown wallpaper instead, because I feel like for me, right, there's nothing more inviting and warm than like a nice cream to brown wallpaper spectrum. So you see that I like to use a lot of like browns and beiges and creams. on the walls. Seldom would I use like a light color on the wall, especially white, but creams are fine, but not all the time. But yeah, so now I'm putting up fairy lights because fairy lights is always very festive, right? Not only festive, but I just like fairy lights in general. And I don't often remember to do this, so I'm very happy that I did. And honestly, like for Christmas decorations, like how dare I not use fairy lights? So therefore, I had a lot of fun trying to design like how the fairy lights were hung and stuff, and also like just, you know, hanging all these wreaths on top of these arches around the houses and stuff, and on top of doors and all that. Really fun, love it. Okay, and then decorating the staircase here is just like that actually. Yeah, I went with the paranormal stuff pack one instead and the cats and dogs one, and then some more artwork there, and then that's pretty much about it for the open areas of the house. Then now I'm moving on to the bedrooms before we're done with the interiors. It's a lot of deciding what to put down, because I didn't really have like a specific family in mind. I was just like, okay, plants, and also okay, Christmas, and okay, cozy. So I just went for like the warmer colors. And by now, actually around the time where I started putting together the fireplace, I'm just working on this build myself, so the pattern and the speed of building has increased by a lot. And also like when I'm building on my own, I start overthinking a lot. Well, not overthinking per se, but like I'll just think a lot more about the backstory of things and where things will go and stuff, and yeah, the rhythm becomes a little different. So but I tried my best to make sure that the house still has like a consistent feeling throughout, and I think I did it. I think it's not too bad. So for the parents' house, I went for a very unexpected combination of like fuchsia, purples, blues, and browns. It's a very warm but unexpected kind of like color palette. So but I enjoy it because I haven't done something like this before for the parents' house in terms of color schemes. So yeah, and if anything, it just makes me feel like this I don't know, the inhabitants of these rooms, they just love color. Okay, they love color, but they also know how to have like a cozy time, kind of. I don't know. This parents' bedroom turned out to be pretty small. Actually both rooms turned out to be really small because yeah, that's what happens. I tend to build houses that look very big on the outside, but then the rooms become really small. I have no idea how that happens, but I'm really happy with the size of these bathrooms. By the way, I have way too much space. Is not really. I had just enough space to make the bathrooms look really good, and a little more on the luxurious side, because they're no longer like the 2x3 that I always do and most people always do. So it's enough for like a standalone tub and a shower, stall, and yeah, cabinets and miscellaneous items that are not functional but just decorative and nice. And yeah, I really enjoy that with this. So the teenagers' bathroom is going to be something like that. I just switch up. Oh, this one has a TV. Teenagers' one doesn't have a TV, by the way. I forgot about a TV somehow. But yeah, teenagers' bathroom probably has like pink towels and carpets, but more or less about the same thing. I just kind of imagine like, oh, teenage girl who loves pink, very very basic, very normal things, and teenage girl who loves doing nails. And I haven't really used this too much, so I wanted to try while using more of that manicure set thing that we got in the spa day stuff pack refresh or something like that. I don't know what you actually, how do you say that? Is it spa day refresh? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and these artworks are by Fruit Loops 40 on the gallery. They are no CC art, so this build is still not tagged as C modded, and you'll be able to download it just with base game alone, so that's great. This is the botanical print set. I thought it was really nice for the teenage girl's bedroom, and also since the theme is supposed to be like add a lot of plants, I decided botanical prints are how we're gonna do it. This girl does turn out having a lot of like plants, like, and not a lot, but she has plants in her room, is it should be what I'm saying. Yeah, and of course we will have like a nice study area for the girl with a futuristic looking computer because why not. I skipped over the entire decorating of the bookshelf, but you can see like the little contents on it. I do kind of imagine that they will have a cat, so I forgot to put down the cat litter, so I placed it in the living room by the fireplace. Well, not really by the fireplace, but behind the armchairs in front of the fireplace. Yeah, and yeah, more plants here and there. I really love the plants from the Blooming Rooms kits. Actually, I think that kit is so worth it, honestly. Really nice pack. I think the Sims team did a really good job with that pack. Really honestly. And yeah, some snowman because it's gonna be Christmas. I do turn it into like I do turn the season to reflect snowing in a little bit so that we'll be able to tell like how it looks like. But now I'm working on the backyard area. It's a really big backyard area. This is where I was able to explore more of that put more plants kind of like theme to this build. So I use these curtains, these leafy curtains from the Blooming Rooms kit all over this little gazebo area that I did. Well, like it's like a attachment to the house kind of situation, like a deck, patio deck, I think this is what it's called. And then of course some fairy lights. Well, I think those are called festoon lights, isn't it? Yeah, so festoon lights, 2 layers of those, a little nice sitting area over there. And then also I added a barbecue pit on the other side of the porch. Oh, is it called a porch? Oh no, but this porch is the front, so the back is just like patio. Is it called a patio? I think it's a patio, I don't know. But yeah, I just figured out the plants placement and what to put here. Candles are always welcome in this kind of like cozy setting, although you won't be using the outdoors much in this weather, in the snow I mean. But I decided, well, why not? Then this house is completely functional all year round in all seasons, which is amazing. And then and a covered dining space here underneath the glass, so it's covered. If it rains or snow, you can still dine outside if you want. I do off camera add in a heater, a space heater, so you can actually hang out outside in the cold if you want to. And of course there's gonna be like a roofless alfresco area in that space over there because I don't really know what else to do with that space. And here I'm just putting on some more like pavement things. Are there pavement things? Borders? Landscaping borders? I don't know. Those thingies. The fancy things. And I added more grass and more hedges around the area. Over on this side I added a little bush and then a little statue because I thought it was cute. And also this is the pool. Upgraded. I changed the tile color around the pool because I think that usually happens a lot, right? When it's like in real life, I guess. And then I put down these little drains, which it occurred to me about half a year ago that most pools have this little system around the edges of the pool. So I was like, I've never really done that in The Sims. So now it's like a thing that I do every time I have a pool, which is not often. I don't really build houses with pools that much because I never really have a lot of space. But this one, it turns out that we have a lot of space for this one. So we can have the whole 9 yards when it comes to luxurious suburban living, you know? And this is the garden area. We added a handiness woodworking table. There's a flower arranging table, some miscellaneous shelving and stuff for fun. Instead of using garden pots and beds and stuff, I went for like just painting the ground to make it look more farm-like. I kind of like that. I tried using the cottage living kind of like flower planting mounds thingy. I don't really know how to, you know, like those things that came with cottage living, like the mounds of dirt that is for gardening. Yeah, I didn't use that in the end. Didn't really like how it looked. It looked really weird, so I just went for this and I thought it was nice. I also added 2 bug hotels as well. I don't really play with them, but they're fun when I do play with them, so they are there. And then just lots of lights here and there. That's pretty much all I have to say. This is the garbage disposal area, and then now it's time for snow, and this is how it looks like. And with this, I think we should end this voiceover before it gets too late. So thank you so much for listening and watching all the way to this point. I hope you enjoy this house. I will definitely remember to get this on the gallery. By the time you see this video, it should be up on the gallery. If you want to download it, my ID is Chermibear, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and on Twitch also if you want to see me build more. Also remember, of course, to subscribe and like this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching all the way to this point once again, and I will see you on Tuesday for another video. Bye guys!